Alright, so I'm going to go and get this done and out of the way. Now this one is going to be shorter than the other parts because I'm just going to wanting to cover one bit. I'll be leaving the other bits for later videos. Alright, so this is part 3, I believe, to why female deku was Obsidian Fury. So we'll pick up where we last left off with Izumi walking out like this, as everybody would be looking at her as they would ask if that is her hero costume, as she would respond with, no, this is a natural part of her body. This is her body normally, without any exterior protection or clothing. As Mineta would pipe up and say, so, wait, did I kick out Mineta? I think I did. Yeah, I did kick out Mineta. So Mineta doesn't say anything, I'm retconning that, since he's not there. As All Might would then put the teams in, so Izumi would be put on the same team as Raka, and Bakugo would be put on a team with Ida. With Bakugo and Ida going into the building to place down the bomb, with Bakugo thinking, hold on. Sorry about that. Other thing, Bakugo would think, does that robot think that she's better than me? I'll blow her to bits. I'll blow her up to the point where she won't be able to be put back together. As Bakugo would run off from Ida, leaving Ida to defend the bomb, with Izumi and Uraraka entering the building. As they are about to round a corner on the 2nd floor, due to the bomb being on the 5th, I believe. Bakugo jumps out of nowhere, with Izumi immediately activating the jets on her shoulders and the front of her knees. No, on her calves. On the front of her legs, as she would then propel back, grabbing Uraraka as well, with Bakugo just blowing up the spot that they were just standing in. As Bakugo would then stand up, as he would begin to crackle the explosions, as he'd say, "Come on and fight me, you useless washing machine. What, are you scared?" As Izumi would look at Bakugo and say, "No, I'm not. No, I'm incapable of feeling fear. It's just that it'd be a waste of energy to attack you, when I can just wait and let you push yourself to the point of exhaustion." With Bakugo getting angry at this, as he would begin to charge at Izumi, with Izumi telling Uraraka to go and get the bomb and that she'll meet her up there in 15 minutes. 5 minutes. As Uraraka runs off with Bakugo going. Now, Bakugo is more willing to work with Ida in this one, so he goes up to tell Ida that Uraraka is coming, but before he can do that, Izumi activates her signal disruptors, as this would basically cause Bakugo's signaling to not work, as she would keep them up, as she would then activate her chainsaw blades, as she'd say, "Now then, let us engage in combat." As she would basically blitz towards Bakugo. Bakugo would be surprised by this, as he would try to hit Izumi with an explosion, with Izumi basically grabbing onto Bakugo's face and slamming him into the ground. As she would then put her chainsaw blades, Bakugo would then kick her off and get up, as he would go to launch the large explosion from his gauntlets, with Izumi cutting a hole in the floor with her chainsaw blades to fall through just as the explosion passes over her. As Bakugo thinks that he actually destroyed her, with Bakugo noticing two blades pop up at his feet as they would go around in a circular motion, with Bakugo then falling through the floor, as he would see Izumi standing there with her two yellow eyes staring down at him, with her saying, "Now then, let us continue this." As she would say, "No, but the battle is over. You are done. As two plates on her shoulders would open up, as two cable darts, as Izumi would basically end up tasing Bakugo, as he would fall unconscious, with Izumi putting the capture tape on Bakugo, with her turning off her signal disruptors, as All Might would announce that Katsuki Bakugo has been captured. As Izumi would then, sorry about that, I believe we were at the point where Bakugo was just defeated, and Ida was about, and Izumi had met back up with Uraraka. As Izumi would look into the room and see Ida, as she had begun to scan Ida. As she'd finished, as she'd point out multiple weaknesses Ida has that they can exploit. Its engine has a certain will stutter, will jam if it's used too much. He's easily distracted, and his armor is made out of a quite weak material, so if they can hit him hard enough, it should be able to knock him out. With Uraraka agreeing to this, as they devise a plan, with Uraraka sneaking in and headed towards the bomb, while Izumi walks in and calls out to Ida, as Ida would go on his villainous monologue saying, "Oh, you heroes cannot defeat me, for I am the greatest villain this world has ever seen," with Izumi immediately activating her chainsaw blades, as she would run towards Ida, as Ida would say, a foolish act, and not very hero-like of you, as he would throw a kick at Izumi, which she would block, as you'd say, who set out charging towards you without a plan, with her shoulders opening up as multiple miniature rockets would shoot out and explode on Ida. This caught Ida off guard, so he nearly loses his balance, as he would then use. And no, wait, he doesn't have reciprocal burst in this yet, as he would send another kick towards Izumi, with her pulling in her chainsaw blade, as she would then grab the leg and slam Ida's head into the ground, with the helmet cracking, with Ida trying to break free from the hold, as Izumi would yell, "Now, Uraraka!" as Uraraka would jump out and touch Ida, and due to Ida not being able to control himself while floating in the air, they end up putting the capture tape on Ida, as they would then walk up to the bomb and touch it, as All Might would announce that the hero team wins. And that is where I'm going to leave this part of Obsidian Fury Deku off. I do hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you next time.